don't drop a like in the next 5 seconds, this will happen to your account. But if you do drop a like on the video, this is how many V-Bucks will show up on your account. Okay, Season 6 is nearly here, and a ton of changes are coming. I mean, even the 0 point in-game is changing colour. What could this be? Could it be Kevin the Cube's energy returning back as the 0 point? We'll be explaining everything you need to know about the Season 6 live event in today's video. Trust me, this is a video you definitely don't want to miss. It's cram-packed full of brand new information, and yeah, even the 0 point is changing colour. Before we jump into it, if you guys haven't already, make sure you're dropping a like on today's video. You guys have been killing it recently. I'm not even going to set a like goal. You guys have just got to smash the like button. That's just how it is. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below, that big red button. Stay tuned on the channel. You don't want to miss anything. And make sure you're using a support creator code in the item shop. You can use mine. It's macmacsyt. You already know it's much appreciated around here. Anyway, guys, we got a ton to get through in today's video. I mean, I'm looking at my watch right now. We haven't even got that long before Season 6 is here. So let's talk about it. Let's go. So as we know, the season will be ending at 16th of March. You can even check for yourself if you hop onto the Epic Games website, go over to the Battle Pass, you can see 16th of March. That is when the season will be ending. But when will the live event be happening? It's lucky you clicked on this video, really, because we got some breaking news. Epic Games have just released what the final event of this season is going to be called and what's going to be happening, and it's called the Zero Crisis Finale. So, Chapter 2 Season 6 launches on March 16th, which we already know, with the explosive conclusion of the events of Season 5, obviously to do with the 0 point. When you first launch into the new season, so Season 6, you'll play through the conclusion of Agent Jonesy's mission in the Zero Crisis Finale. The aftermath of this event is sure to shape reality as we know it. So at the end of this season, we're not getting a live event, but as we go into Season 6, we'll be completing the final mission for Agent Jonesy. The Zero Crisis Finale live event will be at the beginning of Season 6. It then goes on to read, don't worry, the Zero Crisis Finale is a solo experience. You can play through it whenever you first log in during the season. So the Zero Crisis Finale event is going to be happening at the beginning of Season 6. So March the 16th is when the live event is going to be happening. How crazy is this? So that's some awesome new information, but before we take a look at the 0 point and why it's changing colour, let me blow your minds real quick. This is kind of crazy. Donald Mustard always said that everything was connected, but let me show you what he meant by this, by what I've made here. So as you can see, this is the link between Chapter 1 and the Chapter 2 map. The tunnel in the middle is where the Chapter 1 map got sucked into the black hole, and Jonesy also travels down this tunnel, and as we know, this is the link between the two maps. This is how they were connected. But the Chapter 1 map doesn't exist anymore. It was sucked into the black hole and rearranged and came out the other side of the tunnel, known as Chapter 2. Now the connection is that the trailer, as we can see here, above where this purple bit is where Chapter 1 map used to be. And as you can see, these two images match pretty nicely. You go downwards down this tunnel, which Jonesy does, that takes you to the Chapter 2 map. So this room that Jonesy enters in the trailer is the middle of the tunnel. Pretty much, the imagined order is sandwiched in between the Chapter 1 map being above and the Chapter 2 map being below. But obviously the Chapter 1 map doesn't exist anymore. The room we saw in the trailer that Jonesy enters to go to the Chapter 2 map, that is where the 0 point is normally located. From above, the mecha team leader grabbed his hand down, grabbed the 0 point and ripped it up to the Chapter 1 map. In Chapter 2, Galactus drew it out downwards to the Chapter 2 map. Does this make sense? Hopefully it does. I spent quite a while creating this image, and hopefully it gives you a better idea of how the two maps are connected and where the imagined order sits in all of this. Now, the 0 point, as we know, is destabilizing, and it's pretty much at the point of exploding. It's like super close. And this is because Jonesy was jumping in and out of the loop. The loop is literally the game of Fortnite, if you guys didn't know. 100 players drop in, the storm closes in, one person wins, the game resets itself. That's pretty much the loop. Anyway, Jonesy's been jumping in and out of this loop, creating many versions of himself known as snapshots. For instance, Bunker Jonesy, prime example, which in turn makes the 0 point more destabilized each time he jumps in and out. And as you guys know, at the beginning of the season, he was told not to do this over the phone, as the 0 point will become more destabilized, which in fact will attract the attention of the 7. But as we know, he kind of missed that memo, right? So over the next week, we'll have 4 mini events in game where the 0 point will send out 4 huge waves of energy. At the moment, we're getting small doses of energy every 10 minutes in game right now, as you can see up on screen here. And even if you look at the 0 point right now, it literally looks like it's on the verge of exploding, right? Now, what's really cool is that if you emote right now in game next to the 0 point as it tremors, the emote will cut out and even reverse. How crazy is that? So strange things are happening with the 0 point, but not only that, if you guys have the 0 point back bling, people have noticed that it's starting to crack more as well. But the one question that is on everyone's mind that you're all probably thinking right now is, why is the 0 point changing colour? It looks like dark energy right now. As you can see up on screen here, we've got the comparison. It was blue, and the last couple of days, it's turned purple. Well, listen to this, and it all kind of makes sense. What we know so far is that Chapter 2 has been following the same pattern as Chapter 1. The worlds are in parallel. Chapter 1 Season 4 was superheroes. Chapter 2 Season 4 was the same. It was superheroes. Chapter 1 Season 5 was Worlds Collide. Same thing has happened with this season, Chapter 2 Season 5. Season 6 of Chapter 1 was Dark Energy, and we're expecting the same theme to come for Season 6, which makes sense why the 0 point is changing colour. I mean, potentially. I don't know really what's going on here or why it's changing colour. It could be because the 0 point is destabilizing. It might be releasing its dark energy that it has inside. We don't know. But it's kind of interesting. It's something to keep your eye on. So the 0 point is the focus, and we've had 8 portals come out of the 0 point. We've had 8 portals come out of the 0 point because there are 8 panels inside the room which look to be parts of Kevin the Cube that Jonesy walked into in the beginning trailer. Each one of these panels is access to the bridge. And as we know right now, the 0 point is destabilizing. Each one of these portals looks like they're gonna get corrupted. And as we know, for each one of these portals, Jonesy bought through bounty hunters. So next season, as the 0 point destabilizes, so are these portals. We could see around each one of these portals, it could bring in parts of the universes that these bounty hunters came from. So it could be new points of interest, different animals from different realities could come through these portals as they destabilize. And this fits in perfectly with Wolves arriving next season. Yes, you heard that right, Wolves. They were supposed to be in Season 5 but got delayed, and would be a perfect fit for the theme of next season, which is going to be around dark energy. They'll roam around the map kind of like sharks did in Season 3, and will also be tameable. So as the 0 point is destabilizing, so are the portals. So things like wolves and new points of interest could be coming out of these destabilized portals next season, along with a ton of new points of interest and locations. I mean, some of them might even be OG points of interest. Things like the OG pickaxe coming back, the OG spawn island in game, and OG default skins coming back to the item shop so late on at the end of the season could also be a huge hint to seeing the return of some old things from Chapter 1. Now, the ending of the season either goes like this. Either we figure out a way to escape the loop, which implies that we'll pretty much escape the whole of Battle Royale in Fortnite, which I don't think will happen, which we've actually done before, if you guys remember this live event and we met John Jones for the first time. And the other theory is that the 0 point explodes and causes a bunch of chaos with dark energy around, and it could let in Kevin the Cube's evil powers through the 0 point. So we have a lot to look forward to in Season 6, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a thing. Hopefully you guys went on and enjoyed today's video. We've got to keep an eye on that 0 point because it's changing colour pretty rapidly. The 0 point is destabilizing. Kevin the Cube's energy looks like it's affecting the 0 point. Yeah, we could be in for a treat for Season 6.